Hi everyone, time for another weekly newscast here at DHS, and we're starting this week off with sports. We're at the point in the basketball season where if you lose a game, you're done for the year. And the district tournament started this week up at Clearwater, and for the Dons, their first game was Saturday against East Carter. After a little bit of a slow start, the Dons took the lead and never looked back. They ended up winning the first round by a score of 81-48. In the semifinal round on Tuesday, the Dons faced Clearwater, who had only won 3 games all year and was a Cinderella team for the tournament. In the end, the Dons won that game well by a score of 77-34. They played again in the district finals last night against the top-seeded Saxony Lutheran Crusaders, and here's the score of that game. The Donettes also started their tournament run on Saturday, facing Woodland in the first round. The girls made easy work of the Cardinals through some solid defense and balanced scoring. They won that game by a score of 63-20. They faced a tough Saxony Lutheran team in the semifinals, and the game was a lot closer than the final score indicates. It was only a 3-point game through 3 quarters, but the Donettes lost by a score of 72-40, putting an end to their season, which finished with a record of 15-13. In other sports news, tryouts for the baseball team are coming up next week. It will be held after school on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Meet at the baseball field if you would like to try out for the team. Here's Brooklyn with some more school news and announcements.
Thanks, Lucas. The deadline for the Billy Yates Hearts for the Arts talent competition has been extended by a week. You now have until next Friday to record your performance for the competition. The winner will get to perform with Billy and his Nashville friends at a concert being held in May. Prom is coming up in about a month, and if you plan to bring a date who is not a student at DHS, you need to pick up a permission form in the main office. The forms must be filled out and turned back into the office by March 10th. The ACT test for all juniors is coming up in April, and the counseling office asked us to provide some tips to you to help you make a better score on the test. It can be a stressful time for students, and some of you may be asking, why is it important to make the best score I can on this test? A good score can help you get into a better college or tech school, or into the military. It looks good for you and everyone else here at DHS. So our first tip this week is for the English section of the test. Here's Maddie with more.
Thanks. So the first tip proven to help students make a better score on the ACT test is for the English section of the test. Do you hate it when your parents give you a really long reason on why they won't let you do something, or your friends can't hang out with you after school? It's kind of like the answers on the ACT test. Usually the best answer is the shortest, most concise answer. For example, when you walk into the office late for school and Mrs. Talina asks you why you're late.
Yeah, I had a crazy night last night. I had choir practice for like 4.5 hours, and then on the way home, my car blew up. Like straight on full blew up. And if it wasn't for me wearing Lewis's full night Templar armor, I would have died. And I had to go to Lewis's and explain why his armor was all beat up. And then he beat me up. And then I got home like 2 hours ago, and so I got here as quickly as I could.
Okay, sign in.
So do you think Mrs. Talina prefers that answer or this one?
Hey, just getting here?
Yeah, I just stayed up a little bit too late last night and slept in.
Okay, just sign in.
So remember, the best answer in the English section is usually the most straightforward, logical sentence. The best writing says what it needs to say clearly and concisely.
One more tip for you on the English section. You will have some questions about grammar that will give you the option to pick no change as an answer. While it is tempting to just go ahead and pick that answer, it's really important to check the other answers before you decide on the no change option. When it comes down to it, the no change answer is the correct answer only about 25% of the time. The Southeast Health College is holding a healthcare professionals camp for high school students this summer. It is for all the students going into 10th to 12th grade and will be held from June 11th to the 13th. If you would like to apply, see the counselors before April 3rd. Project Graduation is hosting a dodgeball tournament on March 4th. It will be held at the middle school gym starting at 10 o'clock, and teams will be made up of 6 players and 2 substitutes. The entry fee is $40 per team. See Jeannie Tackett to enter your team. Project Graduation will also hold a meeting on Tuesday at 6 o'clock in the high school cafeteria. All seniors and their parents are encouraged to attend. Devlin is standing by with this weekend's weather forecast.
Thanks, Brooklyn. After a week in the lower 70s, it's going to feel much cooler this weekend. Mostly sunny on Saturday with a high of 47. Sunday, partly sunny and 50, and then back up around 60 on Monday with a chance of rain. That's our newscast for this week. Thanks for joining us and have a great weekend.